been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, guess I like the lonely vibe. But they'll never know, cause I'm...
What's happening, people? It's Panic here with another video. Today, we are doing another recap. This time, of Justice League vs. Suicide Squad. Some guy with the last name of Williamson. I really don't care who the author is, because this story is basically garbage and is only made to make money. So let's get started. In the first issue, Batman reveals to the Justice League that Amanda Waller has been using inmates, like the worst of the worst inmates, as a suicide squad to do the government's dirty work. And you know the Justice League doesn't sit well with that, so they go and fight. They go and track down the Suicide Squad and fight them on some random island. And you know they start fighting. The book is good so far, and in the first issue, and so they fight a bit. You know, there's witty banter between like Flash and Captain Boomerang, and you know all those characters. And here's where it kind of takes a weird turn. So Killer Frost, right? She's a new member of the Suicide Squad. Caitlin Snow, Killer Frost, that is. So she has to stop Superman because you know Superman's going like he's like you know defeating all the Suicide Squad, and so she sucks all of the life force out of him. But she hesitates, which comes in play later in the book. And then at the end of, I think, either issue 1 or issue 2, we find out that Amanda Waller is keeping the Justice League, and she wants to form her own Suicide Squad of the Justice League, and she keeps all of them in like particular cells. And it's good up until they all get released. And it's because Batman breaks out, and then he has a conversation with Amanda Waller. I really don't know or care what the conversation was about, but it somehow like convinced her not to, you know, keep the Justice League. So they all get out, and then so this guy Maxwell Lord, who's a B-list Justice League villain, has gathered all these previous Task Force X members to kill Amanda Waller. And we have Lobo, some weird lady, and like 3 other people who like have no significance to the story at all. So you know the Suicide Squad and the Justice League fight them, so it's already a team-up book, which now sucks. And so you know they fight, and then Deadshot and Batman are trying to save Amanda Waller, and then they get trapped underground, and the entire Justice League and the entire Justice League is now under not necessarily under my control. So there's this thing called the Eclipso Stone, right, that Maxwell Lord has been after. He gets it, and it can basically bring out the worst in you. So like you know Superman's so you know good, it brings out the worst in him. Like he wants to kill everybody. So you know that's the whole Justice League is like that, and the Suicide Squad is like that. And no, not the Suicide Squad isn't like that because there are like Maxwell Lord has no purpose for them, so he doesn't you know have them under his control. And so you know now Maxwell Lord is taking over the U.S., but we don't know until the 5th issue that the stone is actually taking over his mind. Like it's bringing out the worst in him too. So they've taken over almost the entire world. And then Batman, Deadshot, and Amanda Waller are saved by the Suicide Squad. Then they go to the U.S. to fight the Justice League and Maxwell Lord and his goons. And then, like, somewhere along the lines, they become good again. Basically, the weakness of them is Light, because Light, like, held in the Eclipso Stone. And later on, in issue 4, at the end of issue 4, the Eclipso Stone is completely released, and Eclipso is now back. I honestly have no idea who Eclipso is. I think he's a new villain, but I really don't know. He's really lame. Amanda Waller was more of a villain in this book than he was. So Eclipso basically takes over everyone, including the Suicide Squad. And then Batman and Killer Frost are trying to like defeat them, and Killer Frost can contain the Eclipso Stone by using everyone's energy. So the Justice League's like, and everyone's like, here, take my energy, you know, let's team up and be besties, right? And so they do that. Eclipso is defeated, of course. I mean, come on, it's a team-up book, and it's only 6 issues, so, you know, the bad guy's gonna be defeated. And, Batman ends up convincing Amanda Waller to let Killer Frost come and join him, and so does Lobo. And then, you know, that leads into Justice League of America, which is a pretty decent series so far. I mean, it's not great, but it's not horrible. And then at the end of issue 6, we find out that Amanda Waller put this whole plan together for Maxwell Lord to find the Eclipso Stone, because he didn't want Batman and his Justice League going after the Suicide Squad. She wanted to keep what she had was going. And so, at the end of the book, Maxwell Lord is all, like, chained up, you know, a prisoner. And then, Amanda Waller's like, okay, you'll be part of Task Force XI, which, sounds kind of lame. I haven't, caught up with all of Suicide Squad yet, so I don't really know what's going on in there. Hopefully it's good. The few issues I've read have been decent. But yeah, this book overall, I give it, I say a 6.5 out of 10. Like, the art was great, the writing was great for issue 1, and then it straight up became a team-up book. Like, and then the villain was very mediocre at best. Like, Amanda Waller was a better villain. But I do like the plot twist on how Amanda Waller, like made everyone fight each other, because Maxwell Lord was the common enemy. Like, the reason they teamed up is because they had stopped Maxwell Lord. So, yeah, that's been a review of Justice League vs. Suicide Squad of DC Universe Rebirth. So, read it, but I guess wait for it to come out cheaper, maybe, when it's in, like, the $1 bin area of your local comic book store, because it's not that worth it. I didn't really put a spoiler warning in this one, because it's only 6 issues. It's pretty obvious that they're going to defeat the bad guy and go their separate ways. So yeah, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for the support on the last few videos. I'm starting to get like 20 views so far, which is great. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. And shout out to Injustice Gamer and the one and only Paisan, those two, and Jock Shock, who also has his other channel, Scruff Straps. Those guys are sick. So yeah, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.